Hello guys. Welcome to tonight's live stream. So tonight we are going to talk about the best products to sell in your online business. We're going to go over 5 different points. So make sure you definitely have a notebook and have a pen because I think tonight's going to be very, very insightful. All right. So I am actually flowing from my 100K Your Way framework. And tonight I am honestly really, really excited about tonight's topic. If you are newer to my world, I'm actually kind of botching together a series from a main framework that I've broken down before. And I've actually shared this framework and it ends up going like 3 hours. And so I really wanted to break it down. I wanted to share it again. And so today I think we're like on day number 3 or 4. And so tonight we're going to actually talk about the best products to actually sell in your online business. I'm going to get you thinking about them a lot differently than a lot of programs and courses and ebooks, like, talk about how to choose products. I'm going to get you thinking about them in a completely different way. And please make a note of this. The way that I'm going to share it with you is a way that will honestly set you up to make a lot more money. All right, write that down. A lot more money, a lot less effort. And in a way that feels really, really good and also very, very expansive for you. And also, in my opinion, what I am finding right now, completely being in my element, is that it's so much more fun. You get so many more ideas and you make so much more money because as the ideas flow, you just take inspired action and you're not worried about right or wrong. You just know that these ideas are coming to you and they are in alignment with what you're supposed to do in your business. So again, like I said, tonight, a little bit different than the way a lot of people break down how to choose products, but this way is going to honestly get you in the space of being able to make a lot more money. All right, so definitely make sure you have a notebook, have a pen. Hello, Veronica. Hello, Terrence. Hello, Mrs. Cohill. And hello, everyone else that might be out there. So glad that you are tuning in. So what gets me really, really excited about sharing tonight's content is going into 2024, my business is changing up. So over the past few years, I've had a coaching, consulting, and digital product business. Now, digital products is not changing, but I just am not selling like my own digital products, not a whole lot anyways. I'm not spending a lot of time creating digital products, and I'm not having a focus on consulting and coaching. Coaching is still a part of my business, but I have a coaching element. And then I also have my digital product element, which is through digital marketing, the roadmap. That's my main focus. So essentially it's the roadmap, right? And then I also have my blueprint, kind of tucked in there as well. And I sell that as well. So that's one leg of it. And the other leg of it, right, is, more kind of high ticket coaching. And so that's my 2 areas. Now, here's what's so interesting and why I'm so excited about breaking this down for you guys tonight is my all access program, which I've run for the past 2 years. I'm coming to an end with that at the end of this year. And as I was doing our Monday night call, it was already on my heart to let everyone in there know, if you're not going to continue on with me, with one-on-one coaching, then you really, really want to consider the roadmap. You really want to consider this turnkey system because no matter what you want to do online, you need what is in here. And then plus you'll still get my mentorship on the back end of it. And the timing just didn't feel right for it. And then opportunity would present itself on Monday. And when I shared it with them, I'm usually not that person, right? I'm usually not that person to kind of what I sometimes say is impose. But remember what I said, a couple of weeks ago in one of my live streams. It's I truly believe every single person online, right, that has an interest and is serious about wanting to start and grow an online business, you're talking about 6 figures or more in the next 12 months or less, needs to be in this. If you have an idea, a passion, you need clarity, direction, instructions, guidance, training, if you need all of that, this is where you need to be, right? But I'm not usually that person that will kind of go into one segment of my business, right? And then try to get people to come into another segment of my business. It's just some reason, it's just not the way I've done things. But on Monday, I was able to in that call, letting them know, like, I don't know what your plans are for 2024. If we're not working together, like if you haven't already locked your spot, coaching with me, like you really, really want to consider this. And I just pretty much shared with them exactly what I've shared, like on my live streams, which is like, this is the place to be. If you want to learn digital marketing, really get a handle on all of these things, like this is where you need to be. And you know what? It was a big wake up call to me, because that's exactly how we should feel about our products and about our offers. That's exactly how we should feel about what we're selling. That's exactly how we should feel when it comes to introducing, what we have to offer to other people, where it's like, it's not like I'm selling you, but I'm just letting you know, like, this is in your best interest. Like, write that down. That should be a feeling that you have. Like, this is in your best interest. And the thing is, if you've ever sold anything before and you were selling it, but you weren't really sold on it, it was kind of just like, it was kind of like something cool to sell, but you weren't really convicted by it. Oftentimes, like, you'll have that apprehension where it's kind of like, I don't know if I want them to buy it because I don't know if it's going to really help them, or I don't want them to regret it, or I don't want this person to be mad at me when they realize there's not a whole lot of value, or like you might have some kind of angst about it, right? I don't know if you've ever sold anything and felt that way. I've made a lot of money online, you guys, and there have definitely been times where people will buy stuff, like when I was in my biz op days or my affiliate marketing days, and it's like in my gut, I knew they were not appropriate for the transaction. But I allowed the transaction to go on anyways, because that's just the nature of business, right? One of my mentors early on used to always tell me, Steph, you can't tell people what to do with their money, right? Write that down, y'all. You cannot tell people what to do with their money. And so there were many instances where I knew it was not a good match, and it just never felt good with me. And those of you guys that know me, like, you know why that didn't feel good with me, right? Now in my business, I'm like, I know every single person that gets their hand, on what it is that I'm doing, like they are made better, like they are entirely being hooked up. So it's like when I went into it sharing with them, like why they need to be here, I felt I felt like that was my obligation, right? That was my obligation, is to let them know you need to be here because this is in your business's best interest. Like, yes, I'm going to make money because I'm selling it to you, but it's not about me making the money, right? It is about making sure that you have the information in your hands, because it's going to save you time. It's going to save you frustration. It's going to save you money. Like, it's going to save you so much to know that you are in the right place and you have everything that you need, and you still get access, right, to my mentorship, right, to help you. Where else do you go and invest $500 to literally get everything that you need to take you to six figures and mentorship on top of it, right? And mentorship on top of it. Office hours, daily mentorship drops, content ideas, lessons, resources, checklists. Where else do you go for $500, right, and get access to all of that? And so I say that to lead into what we're going to talk about tonight, because y'all, that's the feeling you really need to have, right, when you're thinking about the best product for your online business. All right. That's how you should feel. You should never feel like if you sell it to someone, right, now you have to wonder if they're going to charge back or ask for a refund. You should always know, right? Like, you know what, like that was such an unfair exchange. And we're going to talk about that in just a moment. But that's how I went in, right? Ending that coaching call with them. It's like, I was like, y'all got to be here. And guess what? I'm not going to let it die. From now until the end of the year, I'm going to keep bringing it up. I'm going to keep repeating it. I want them to know, like, if you're serious about an online business and you want to save thousands of dollars and you want to be in a safe space, right? And you want to get everything that you need to take you to six figures or more in the next 12 months or less. If you want 2024 to be your breakthrough year, right? Like, this is where you need to be. And I'm the mentor you need to be rocking with in this thing. Because not only does a program have your best interest, right, but your girl Steph Perez has your best interest. And I've never wanted success so badly for other people than I do right now. Like, I seriously believe, and then we'll get into this, oftentimes things happen in our lives and we're like, why didn't that happen faster for me? Or why didn't I get there sooner? Why didn't I become a millionaire faster in my business, right? Over the next 12 months, $1 million is coming through my Stripe account. I'm going to earn $1 million over the next 12 months. I sit here and I'm like, why wasn't that decision made? Why didn't that happen sooner in my business? And it's because I needed a reality check and I needed an attitude check. Because the way that I care about people now is entirely different than the way I cared about people many years ago in my business. It's not that I didn't care, right? I can't express it. It's like how deeply I care about people's success, how much I want them to get it. It's like I can't show up enough. I can't break it down enough. I can't explain enough. Like I can't put it in your face enough, like how much I want you to get this, because I know how transformational it can be, right? That's why, you guys, no qualms in saying it's just $500. It's just $500 when you think about everything that you get, because I know that it's in your best interest. Not that I should want success more than you want it for yourself, because that's really impossible. But I know that I'm in the space I'm in right now because I care so deeply for other people's success, right? And so it's like, now is just the time for me, if that makes sense. Like I know now is just the time for me, because I think I had some growing up to do. I had some figuring out to do. Like I had to learn how to really, really treat people and to really be down for people. I think that's why, community for a while didn't make sense for me. And it's so, I'm going to share this, I'm going to get on because this just might bring me like to tears. But it wasn't long when I was this year, 2023, when I knew I didn't want to continue on with my business as it was. And I was literally like, I just wanted to not give up on my business. I really wanted something that I could just sell and not really deal with community or anything like that. Literally, I just wanted to be selfish and I just wanted to sell and I just wanted to disconnect from other people. And I'm telling you, like, only God could see this. Only God could ordain this. Only God could do this. Right? Because so oftentimes when I get off the lives, like last night, I screenshotted the live chat and I'm like almost in tears, right? And I'm like, I'm so glad I didn't give up, because it's you guys remind me what this is all about. You guys remind me why I show up, why I do what I do, and how the whole idea of each one teach one is so important. Not that you can't get to places without me, but I would also be remiss to think that you would be here had it not been for me having a vision, sharing that vision with you, right? And inspiring you, right, to have a bigger vision for yourself as well. But that's what this whole thing is about. And that's not ego. That's what this whole thing is about, is to have a bigger vision for yourself, to get out there and share your journey and that bigger vision with other people, right? Bring them into your world and y'all focus on your visions together. And so while I wanted to just go out there and do my thing, again, because I know I had growing up to do, that's why like my millions didn't come when I thought my millions should have come, no matter how hard I was working, because I wasn't equipped for it. I wasn't ready for it. I wasn't mature enough for it. I still had a lot of ego. I still had a lot of me in things that realized, and this is not about me. It is literally about serving. It's literally about setting myself aside and showing up to truly help the people, right, that I believe I'm called to help, those that show up and desire my help. And it's just a big doggone difference, right, from the way I tried to serve many years ago, right, to the way that I'm serving now, because this feels so effortlessly, right? It feels so effortless. Yet I feel like we're offering so much in this community. We're doing so much in this community. But it feels so light and it feels so free, right? And it just feels like it's the right thing to actually do. And I hope like that's what I can be inspiring, like more people to want and desire for themselves. And you guys, the reason I share the way that I share is because I never want there to be any mistake who you are aligning with. And when you decide to align with me, when you decide to buy the turnkey system from me, I don't want you to be mistaken at all, right, about who you are aligning with. I want to be so pure and so clean about my intention, about my vision, about what I'm down for, because I am not here for the lazy. I am not here for those that can't have a vision for themselves and want things done for them and don't want to do the work and don't want to log in and don't want to go through the training. I am not here for that. I am here to inspire people that want to learn digital marketing, that want to learn the business of online business, that want to get this for themselves. that want to feel accomplished when they actually apply and take action and get set up for online business success when maybe they thought they never could. I want to inspire people, right, that want to step into this space and want to go pro. Does it really take all that? My gosh. I want to inspire people, right, that want more for themselves, right, and they're willing to go for it. That's what I want, right? And so if anyone's ever thought, what does it mean to share your journey? What does it mean to let people know like what you're down for? That's an example. That's an example, right? We get what we ask for. We get what we show up for. So I never want it to be mistaken who I am, what I'm showing up for, what I aspire to, right? What my vision is, because I want to call in people that see it the same way. I want to call in people that see it the same way, simply, right? Simply, right? So tonight we're going to talk about the best products to sell in your online business and how do you come to that place where you know you are selling the best products for you. Write that down, because no one's really talking about that part. The best products for you, because when they're the best products for you, again, you'll set yourself up to make a lot more money. All right. So number one, all right, make sure you have a notebook, make sure you have a pen. Number one, you have to always remember that when it comes to anything that you're selling, it is always about an exchange. It's not just about you having this thing to sell and like you just get out there and sell it and and people just buy it. Like people are not just going to throw their money at you because you have something to sell. It is about an exchange. People are deciding to exchange hard-earned cash. They're exchanging money that they literally have traded 40 hours for 80 hours for 160 hours for 320. Do you guys ever realize that? Do you ever realize that? Even if it's on a credit card, even if it's on Afterpay or Klarna, they still have to pay that money back. Do you ever realize, right, that it's their hard-earned cash that they exchange time for in a lot of instances to get for what you have to offer? When you understand that, you will be a lot more selective, a lot more choosy about what you decide to step out there and recommend other people buy from you. You will be a lot more choosy, right, with what you decide to attach yourself to or what you decide to call your own, with an attitude that someone should actually buy it from you. So when you realize it's always an exchange, this is how you've got to look at it. Someone has to be willing to say, this $500 here that I have, it's worth more. If you guys get nothing else besides this right here, right? The way that you show up, the way that you sell, all the things will change. All the things will change. And if anyone is out there and you struggle with investing in yourself, this will probably be a wake-up call for you as well. So when you're selling something, when I'm selling the roadmap as an example, when I'm selling the turnkey system, when I'm selling the blueprint, like whatever it is, right? Whatever you want to call it, when I'm selling that, the person that's willing to exchange the $500 for access, do you know what they're saying? This $500 is worth more out of my hand because I'm going to benefit greatly. I'm going to benefit more giving the money in exchange for the program. What they're saying is the program is worth more to me than the $500. What they are saying is I lose if I keep the money. Y'all, am I making sense here? When you understand that, the way you show up, the way you break down your products, your services, what you decide to sell changes. Because if someone can't rationalize that they're better without their money and with your product, they're not going to give you their money. They literally have to be willing to part with their money. Also, for anyone that struggles with investing, Do you see why someone who holds a lot of value, who holds a lot of esteem with what it is that they sell, have a really, really hard time giving of themselves when you're not willing to invest? Because they understand what they've got their hand on, and or they realize, right, what they have within them. So if the person, right, let's talk from a business owner standpoint. If someone is willing, and that's how I look at every single one of you guys, at some point, or anyone who's invested, you said, I'm better without the money. I'm better without the $500 because this gives me a greater opportunity. This is worth more than me holding on to the $500. Y'all, isn't that what I said in 2013 when I gave the last of my money, right? I had left $200. I gave 147 of it into an opportunity. Because what did I say? In the next week or two, this $200 is going to be gone. And I'm going to be no better. Like it's literally going to be gone. And I'm not going to be any better. There's no opportunity that presents for me if that money is gone. However, if I take a portion of that money and I'm diligent and I have integrity and I do what I'm supposed to do with this opportunity, now I have the opportunity to multiply that money. So for me, I saw where that 147 was more valuable giving it to my sponsor. I gave it to the company so they could give me an opportunity that would give me greater chances, or an opportunity, right, to earn more, to multiply my money. That's what people have to be willing to come to the conclusion on with what it is that you're selling. And two things play a role in that: the product itself and the way you show up sharing the product. Did you not know that? The way you show up sharing the product. Those are the two dynamics. Those are the two things. Those are the two elements that play a role in someone saying, like, I could blow through this $500 this week. And y'all, let me tell you something. Many weekends, right? Like, I'm a softball mom. My daughter no longer plays softball. She's now out of college. But from 7 years old, right until she went to college, we were on the travel ball fields almost every single weekend. Let me tell you something. We would blow hundreds of dollars, oftentimes in a single day, on packing our cooler, going out to eat, gas, all things. We would blow hundreds of dollars in a single day. Right? There have been weekends we come home, we're like, oh, we ran through $600, $800 in a weekend. So it's not like I don't understand money. But see, when you understand it, you realize what someone is doing when they do decide to exchange their money for what it is that you have. So the reason why this is so important to know is because, number one, your product makes a difference with someone saying, yes, I'm better with your product than with my money. Please write that down. So the product makes a difference and you make a difference because they're buying it from you, no matter how you look at it. It doesn't matter how great the roadmap is. If I'm janky presenting it, I'm not going to make as much money. My belief in it, my conviction behind it, the way that I present, the way that I share it, my vision for it, all of those things make a difference with who buys it from me and who sees fit to exchange their money with me for it. All right. You guys, you might not see it right now, but that is a huge thing for you. That's a huge, what's the word I want to look for? You want to get that. You really, really, really want to understand that. Because oftentimes when I have conversations with people and they're like, why aren't people, taking action from my videos? Are my videos any good? All these different things. You got to step back and answer that question. That's why I share these kind of things. Would you buy from you? Watching your video, would you buy from you? If not, fix it. Fix it. Fix the delivery. Fix the way that you show up. Fix your understanding of what it is that you're selling. Because if you believe you have the best product, there should be no bones about it when someone consumes one of your pieces of content. Am I right or am I right? Would you guys wonder whether or not I'm going to still be selling this next week? Is there any doubt in your mind that this is like a product of the month for me? Or did you yourself actually have a fear of missing out and you're like, I got to be a part of this. I see the vision. I got to be a part of this. Not just because the product can stand all by itself, but because the vision, right, that I paint for the product and your involvement in it. Y'all, it makes a difference. All right, it makes a difference. And when you choose, again, the right product, this is the part that becomes so incredibly simple. Right? When you choose the right product for you, this is the part that becomes so incredibly simple. All right. Number 2. All right. You want to make sure that you are that your offer, all right, you want to make sure the thing that you're deciding to sell is it align. I'm sorry, let me just read it the way it is. You want to align your offer with high service, with high value, and with the extreme amount of love. Write that down. Okay, we're talking about best products to sell. If you're selling something and you can't align it with a high amount of value, meaning you can't give a lot of value to it. Remember what I always say, we make money at the high service of others, not at the expense. So what you're deciding to sell, what you're looking into selling, do you believe it's truly at the high service? Is it in alignment, right, with high service that you're providing? Is it in alignment with value? Where you know, again, when they exchange their money for what they are buying from you, that they are getting far more in value than the cash that they are exchanging for it. We'll talk about that in just a moment as well. And are your offer or what it is that you're selling, is it aligned, right, with love? Like, and meaning like you absolutely love it. You love what you do. It shows that you love what you do. You can't show up enough about it. You can't talk enough about it. You believe everyone out there should have it. Again, do you see how this has nothing to do with go out there and see what are the top selling products on ClickBank? What is, what's selling right now for the week on Warrior Plus? Go look at your competitor, see what they're selling, right? And then go create that, go sell the same thing. Y'all, all those have nothing to do with you. They have nothing to do with alignment with you. They have nothing to do with what you believe in. The likelihood is you are not going to show up in a way to be able to sell that thing because you're creating it and or deciding to sell something for all the wrong reasons. You all remember that was here yesterday. What did I say? Right? Is that when you're getting clear on your area of expertise and or, right, what you want to sell, you also have to get clear on how you want to sell it. Because we can take a knowledge base, and there are so many ways that we can offer service or a solution through that knowledge base. Just because your competitor is offering a solution, leveraging the same knowledge base as you, but they're doing something like coaching, it doesn't mean that's the logical solution for you to offer. If that's not what you want to do, that's not the only way that you can serve based upon that knowledge base. Y'all, so you see where this can get tricky? Or you could just simply not be available or be unavailable for doing something you don't want to do and for only doing what you want to do. It's like I was just telling my daughter, we're here for a blip it. Do you guys understand that? We're here for a stinking blip it. Again, every time I say things like that, do you know what just flashed in my mind? The fact that $500 is nothing. Some of these things I just can't make up. Like literally, that's the thought that came in my mind. We're here for a blip it, and some people are allowing money to be the thing that stops them from getting what they need to get what they want. We're literally here for a stinking blip it. And sometimes what stops people from getting what they need to get what they want blows me away. And maybe you've never looked at it that way. So maybe that's why it's important for me to share it this way. The reason I was having this conversation with her, because being 21, fresh out of college, preparing to go to law school in the next 2 years, right? She's processing what she wants to do. And I'm like, baby girl, you're here for a blip it. Do what you want. If you're doing something and you realize it's not in alignment, you don't like it, you don't have to stay. You don't have to stay. There is no way I'm going to program her at this young age to friggin' settle like so many of us have done over the years. We look up, we're in our 60s and our 70s, wondering where our life went because we settled. We settled for what we thought we had to do. Why? Because the likelihood is no one came along and told us different. No one came along and told us different. I'm not teaching her to be irresponsible. I'm teaching her to figure out what it is that you want and go get it. Period. Don't do what doesn't serve you. Because if you do what doesn't serve you, you will not be at the highest service that you could possibly be. Write that down. If you don't do what serves you, you will not be able to operate at the highest possible service to help other people. It's impossible. It's impossible. Y'all, I'm sorry, I'm on one. Like, I'm just fired up because this is not a game. This is not a game. I don't treat it as a game. And I simply want more for people because I myself have settled. I myself have played small. I myself know that things in certain areas of my life should be way better. Like, praise be to God, I'm not complaining. I'm not. But when you know your choices and your actions have led you to where you are and you could have chose differently and done differently, I'm not going to not do now. Like, I'm not going to repeat that cycle. And I am going to get on the soapbox to make sure that if y'all feel the same way, you don't do it either. You're not going to repeat what didn't work in 2023 and 2022 and 2021. Whatever had you not hitting your goals in 2022 and 2021 and 2020 and 2019 and 2018 and 2017, are we repeating those again? No, not in my house. Not in my house. Have you ever looked at it that way? Because clearly, if anyone is in the same place that they were, again, 2022, 2021, 2020, 19, 18, 17, you've been repeating the same thing over and over and over again. The absolute meaning of insanity, doing the same thing and expecting a different outcome. Insane. We're not doing it. We're not doing it. Not on my channel, not on my email list, not in my house. No parts. We're not doing it. We're not doing it. All right. So remember, y'all, we're here for a blip it. What is it you want to do? How do you want to serve? How do you want to give? Mrs. Cohill, Terrence, Veronica, Shantae. Who else is out here? Let me see. Thomas. Deb. What would you do if it was impossible to fail? What would you do if you knew success was certain? What if you knew $100,000 or more in 12 months or less was rolling through your stripe? What would you do differently than you are right now? Don't tell me you would do the same thing you're doing now. Don't tell me you're doing the same thing you are doing now. It's a lie. It's a lie. What would you do? Anyone else watching? What would you do if you knew $100,000 or more, $250,000, $500,000, $1 million was rolling through your Stripe account in the next 12 months or less? What would you do differently if you knew that success was certain? It was impossible to fail. What would you do different? So that's what you do. That's what you do. Point number 3. All right. Best products to sell in your online business. The reason you want to think about your products the way that I've explained it thus far, okay? Because you thought I was going to come on here and tell you, here's a list of the 5 best products to sell. You thought I was going to take away your autonomy and I was going to tell you exactly what to sell. I already gave you the answer on what to sell. I already gave you the answer. If you're here for it, you heard me. The reason you want to pick your product to sell and why it will be guaranteed to be the best product to sell in your online business, right? You see what it says there? Best products to sell in your online business. when you use this stuff as a guideline, okay, and even what we talked about yesterday as a guideline. If you missed yesterday, go back to my channel, right? Click on my little live thing and watch the live stream from last night. Is because it's easier to create your marketing messages to sell when you are genuine in why you're selling it. If you're just picking something because your competitor is selling that, if you're doing challenges or running Facebook ads or anything that you're doing, if you're doing it just because your competitor is doing that, how in the heck are you truly genuine about it? So that when you're creating marketing messages, it's really speaking to someone. Do you guys believe if I was trying to be someone else, I literally have no competitor in my space. I'm choosing not to compete. You can't compete. You can't have a competitor if you're not competing. I am in a niche all to my own because I am the niche. Write that down. I am the niche. You're not comparing me to anyone else. Yes, there are a lot of people out there selling the roadmap. Not like not with my same vision, not with my same level of understanding, not with my same reason for why I believe people should own this. Not the same. I am in a niche all to my own. So every bit of marketing message is genuine to me. It's not because I heard someone else out there sharing this message. This is my framework that I'm teaching. 100K your way. I've broken this down in 3-hour workshops quite a few times over the past 2 years. This is my framework. This is how I understand the business of online business. So again, if we understand that people, again, they have $500 or they have $1,000 or whatever the price point of your product is, and they truly believe it's worth more to get rid of it and give it to you so they can have what you have to offer, and it's about the product and it's about you, if you're not genuine about why you're selling it and why people should own it, your marketing messages are going to be whack. And people buy because of your marketing message. They buy because of the way that you show up. They buy because of your energy. Right? They buy because of your vibe. They buy because of your belief. When they can't believe for themselves, right, they adapt your belief until they can believe for themselves. So much about you and the way that you show up, right, is the cause for someone wanting what it is that you have to offer. You can't be about that. You can't stand strong. You can't be the reason. You can't be genuine. You can't be authentic, right? You can't have fire if you're trying to be like someone else. I've tried it before. It does not work. Y'all, many years ago, when I was first transitioning from biz ops to my coaching business, I remember I went through a product of someone else's. And I remember at first telling myself, how can I do this when I'm not like them? And then I proceeded to actually do one of my first trainings, like my first programs. I was pre-recording it and I started going back and listening to the first few lessons, and I didn't even recognize myself. And that's not in a good way. Because I realized I was trying to take on the likeness, like literally the way they did everything. Like I was trying to take on her complete likeness. Gestures, tonality, everything. And then it dawned on me, and I'm so glad that I actually caught myself. Yeah, like I hope sharing this helps you guys, right? Because again, that's why, like when I'm mentoring, I can bust y'all's chops about it because I've had to bust my own chops about it. But I'm so glad I caught myself. Because you know what crossed my mind? I said, wait a second, Steph. And I'll say the person's name is Marie Forleo, right? And wonderful businesswoman, right? Like she's inspired so many people. Like she's amazing. I mean, she's inspired so many women to get started in this way. But I said, and this is not a knock to her audience or her, but this is where we all have to get to with what we offer. I said, why am I trying to be her or thinking that I'm competing with her? First off, she doesn't own the online business space for women. right? She's one voice. She's one messenger. And Steph, your people are not her people. I literally remember telling myself the people that buy from her would likely not buy from you. And your people would likely not buy from her. Now, are there crossover? Absolutely. Like, absolutely. There are probably people who have bought from me that would buy from her or maybe have bought from her and likewise. But that level of understanding was important to me because what it told me was I have my place. And that there are people out there that simply they're not going to buy from her because they can't relate to her. She's not their person. And from that moment on, that's when I was like, I'm not doing PowerPoints. I'm going to show up and I'm going to deliver and I'm going to teach. I'm going to acknowledge the way that I know I was meant to do it. Like literally in a split second, right? I just turned everything around. And that's when I really started buying into myself and realizing that I was enough. Why? Because if I'm selling something and I can't be genuine around it, clearly I'm not selling the right thing for the right reason to the right people. Clearly there's a disconnect. And the reason why people like Marie Forleo and all these other people, right, that have massive brands and are doing amazing, and not that you have to have a massive brand, but I would dare to go on record and say they know who they are. They know who they serve. They're true to themselves. They don't believe they're competing with anyone else either. They believe that they are their own niche as well. So the best products to sell in your online business, right, are the products, again, where like you can have this understanding around. And when you think about whatever it is you're selling right now, do you show up in such a way where people come to the conclusion they're better off giving you their money than keeping their money? Because whatever you have to sell and to give them, right, it's going to help them leveling up where the money's not. The money's not. $500 is nothing compared to all that you're going to get out of the roadmap as an example. True story. True belief. Can't tell me otherwise. Don't care how you got to come up with it. You're better exchanging your money. If your desire is to build an online business that can set you free, where you understand all this stuff, you're better off exchanging your money, coming up with the money, doing whatever you got to get the money to be in this. Because the money alone is not going to set you free. I don't care if you take that $500, put it by your nightstand and never spend it. You're not made better by keeping it. Now, I say that, and that's everyone who knows me knows I feel that way. Your product, your offer. Do you have that same level of conviction? Do you show that same level of conviction? If not, you're not selling the best product for your online business right now. You're not. Right? You're not. All right. Number 4. Okay. Best products to sell in your online business. If the value is not double to what the cash value is, not the best product to sell. So again, it goes back to the exchange, right? My belief is very simple. It's always been my belief. Anyone that owns products I created, they know that I deliver and I create with the same kind of conviction and love. If I am offering a course for $1,000, I know in my hearts of heart, the real value I'm giving you is $2,000 or more, period. If I'm charging $5,000, right, for a coaching experience with me, you're getting $10,000 worth of value. That's how it should be. If you buy a $5 ebook from me, right, you're getting $10, $15, $20 worth of value from that ebook. When you jump on my free live streams, are you getting free value? Just curious. Does anyone feel like this is free? Or you like, Steph, I've invested money into stuff and I'm learning far more here than I have into some of these guru courses that I've invested into. I intentionally show up this way because I understand every single thing that I give away guess what? I get to keep. So just like those that fight for their limitations, they get to keep their limitations. I give massive value. I give love. I give inspiration. I give empowerment. I give free game. And guess what? That's how I make my money. People pay me because of what I give. So if you're selling something, or you've created something, or you're considering creating something, and you're not giving double the amount in value or more, it's not the best product to sell in your online business. When people buy from you, they should feel like, I don't know how in the heck she was able to sell it like this. Y'all, one time, where were we? Was it Waffle House? No, IHOP. IHOP. When we used to still have IHOP here. We went there one day for breakfast. This is many years ago. We went there one day for breakfast, just my husband and I, and or lunch, whatever it was. And it was all you can eat shrimp day, right? And if you guys have ever had all you can eat shrimp at IHOP, you know their all you can eat shrimp is like, they're little like pea-sized shrimps, right? They're not even like real shrimp. But there was a lady, she was sitting the booth like behind us, and my husband just kept laughing. I said, "What's so funny?" He said, "Because she just keeps sitting there. She keeps looking at her shrimp, and she keeps sorry." And she keeps saying, "I don't know how they can do it. I just don't know how they can do it." Her mind was blown with how IHOP could do, all you could eat shrimp. She goes, "I just don't know how they can do it." She just kept looking at her place saying that. Y'all, that's what people should be saying in our business, right? When someone exchanges $500, right, and they get the roadmap, just the roadmap alone, especially with 2.0, I want people saying, how did they come up with that price for that? People should feel like they ripped you off. People should feel like they've got to pay you more money. I have verifiable emails from people who have said such things to me over the years on various things that I've sold where my value was attached to it. I feel like I owe you more money. Or how about this one? Your free YouTube videos were so good, I had to buy your paid product. So it's not the best product for your business. Like if you know for a fact that people are getting over. That's how you should feel. When people buy the blueprint for $100, they're getting over. When people buy the roadmap for $500, they're completely getting over, especially through our community, because they get all the extra mentorship and all the extra love and attention and TLC, and they're absolutely getting over. I could charge $500 just for my mentorship hub by itself. So that's another test if you're really, really serving it up with what it is that you're offering. Or did you create something? Or is the product you're thinking of selling like just good enough? Like it'll do? Or do you not even know how well the product is because you just went somewhere and picked something out? And you don't even know, it's not even tested. You can't even speak of it. Because maybe you followed some course that told you to go to ClickBank or go to Warrior Plus and look what's selling that's hot, right? And read the sales page and make sure it makes sense for you, and then hit the streets and start talking about it. So you don't even know if it meets any of these checkpoints. Do you guys see where some people have such a hard time selling, building their businesses? It lacks heart, it lacks attention, it lacks all the things that we are talking about that's intertwined in this message today. All I know, right, is that within my community, the people that I'm in close contact with, the reason why like their marketing is exploding, they feel so great about what it is that they're doing, is because for them, what we sell meets these things for them. They feel these ways about it. They were able to be served by the product first before they even decide to go out there and try to recommend it to anybody else. So they could vouch for all these things. They could vouch for the fact that it should be $1,000 or more. They could vouch for the fact that we're getting ripped off when someone only pays us $500 for it. They can vouch for all of these things. They can vouch, right, that it's in complete alignment with the high service they want to provide, with the value they want to provide, right? With the love for the industry and other people they have when it comes to delivering this product and standing behind this product. Now, that's how you test, right? If you're selling the best product for your online business, people will buy because of the way you feel about your product. All right. And then the final one, all right. Your product needs to be results centric. Okay. Your products need to be results centric, meaning radical change. Why? Because people will pay for results. Okay. People will pay for results. So think about your product right now, right? So when we think about people will pay for results, we're thinking weight loss, right? They'll pay for weight loss. You show a before and after picture, they'll pay for that result. All right. Business growth, right? People will pay for a product or a service that's going to help them experience growth in their business. They've been doing it for years. All right. What about revenue or money increase? People will invest money to see an increase in their revenue, to see an increase in their money. All right. How about somebody that wants to author a book, right? They'll pay to ensure their book gets written. Results focused, results centric. That what you're selling is designed to create a transformation. All right. They know nothing about the business of online business. Days into the program, they can begin speaking on digital marketing and speaking on online business. Days later, weeks later, they have a complete online business set up. They have their own payment processors. They have products that they're selling as their own, but they never had to create them. They have autoresponders. They have email campaigns. They have marketing messages. They have an understanding. Transformation. That's what we offer with what it is that we do. Huge need, huge demand, right? How many of you guys out there, like literally, I want to talk directly to you. How many of you guys out there right now have zero interest in growing your business? Have zero interest in making money online? Don't care if you keep trudging away and don't get results. You're not here if any of those things are true. Meaning if you don't want any of those things, you're not here because of that. You're here because you want business growth. You're here because you want to understand the business of online business better. You're here because you want to experience revenue growth, profits growth. You want to experience more money in your bank account. What we offer gives people that. It affords them the opportunity to learn the ropes so they can make that happen for themselves. It shortens the learning curve. It helps them bring their results closer to them faster. So you want to make sure that your product, right, is poised to get people results. All right. Marriage saved. All right. Products that bring people status. Right. We buy Louis Vuitton. Why? Why? Do we need a Louis Vuitton? No. Am I just going to give you my Louis Vuitton? No. Do I need to justify why I want a Louis Vuitton? No. I simply wanted it. I prefer to carry Louis Vuitton than a bag from Target. That's my prerogative. People buy things for status. They buy things because it feels good. Believe it or not, right? A product poised right. Guess what? That gives somebody a result. Clarity, direction. Girl, in the world that we live in right now, people will pay to say, oh my gosh, thank you so much for helping me gain clarity. I used to do clarity calls, right? 150 bucks, I think is what I used to charge for 40 minutes to help someone gain clarity over their business idea. I had calls all throughout the week when I used to do those calls. Why? Because people would come on YouTube with a desire to make money online, with a desire to start a business and not know what the heck they really wanted. They wanted clarity over their business idea, clarity over their next steps. Same thing with direction, right? Just had a coaching call today with one of my clients. I need to know the next step. This is exactly what she said. I'm starting to get more clear. I understand these things now. Now I need to know what's the next step. Y'all, I can't make this stuff up. I need to know the next step now. And so guess what? When she got off the call, guess what she knew? The next step. No more, no less. The next step. People pay for that stuff, you guys. Why? It's worth something. How long do you want to go not knowing? Not being able to do because you don't know. Not being able to achieve because you don't know. Not being able to level up because you don't know. There is a cost for not knowing. Again, if somebody wants to know and they need to know because it's preventing them, y'all pay attention to this. If they don't know and they need to know and they have the desire to know, the need to know is not enough. I know a lot of people that need to know some stuff. They lack the desire though. They have the desire to want to know. And they know deep down inside, as long as I'm lacking this, I'm not going to get what I want. Guess what? Now, the money they have to invest, guess what? It's not as valuable to them. The money itself is not as valuable to them because what they need to get what they want is on the other side. Meaning, I've got to decide to invest. I got to give my money to Shantae. I've got to give my money to Veronica. I've got to give my money to Steph. So I can get this thing that she has. So guess what? Now I can know. And now that I can know, I can do, I can go, I can achieve, I can take action. So your product, again, that's how people come to those conclusions. My money, compared to what I want, worthless. Is money ever worthless? No, but you understand what I'm saying, right? If it's holding you back from getting what it is that you need so you can get what you want, it's not serving its purpose. I remember one of the biggest wake-up calls, right? A few years ago, quite so many years ago, actually. And I just had an attitude about something that we had to do with money. And my husband said, hey, money's a resource. I know some of y'all probably like my husband, right? Great insight. Right? And just get me thinking differently. He said, babe, money's a resource. Changed my mind ever since for when it comes to money. It's a resource. It's nothing that you're supposed to hold on to and you grasp. Because guess what, y'all? You've heard it before. I know you have. The same closed fist that's holding on to the money, guess what he can't do now? If I come to you and I have a bucket full of money, you can't even grab it. You can't even grab hold of it. You can't even take $1 of it. Why? Because your fists are so closed. Money is just a resource. It's a resource like anything else in our life. When you start changing the way you look at things like that, guess what? Guess what? Your ideal buyers will change the way they spend money with you too. It's a fact. It's a fact. Why do you think it's not uncommon for someone to say, Steph, I'm glad I invested with you. I'm glad I was able to invest. Steph, it feels good to have made this decision. Because that's my attitude. That's my attitude when I invest into things. You guys hear that attitude when I talk here. So yeah, people joyfully and gladly invest into the things that I offer. Because it literally is a blessing to be able to invest in yourself in such a way so that you can level up, so that you can reach and meet your life's goals. Because we're here for a friggin' blip it. We're here for a blip it. And it simply is just time to go and get what it is that you want, period. it doesn't take as much as you think that it takes. Meaning, people, you got to sit down and do all this planning, and you got to have all these planners, and you got to have all this stuff. No, you got to just simply know, I want to make $10,000 a month. It takes 20 customers, pay me $500 to make $10,000 a month. Let me go get the 20 customers. Let me show up and attract them. Let me go, again, all the stuff that I'm sharing during my live streams, you guys, I'm dropping 6-figure nuggets, 6-figure thoughts here. I'm giving 6-figure codes. Do you understand that's all that it takes? Right? I wanted $10,000 a month. Okay, November, I want to earn $10,000. I sell a $500 product. That means I got to help 20 people that want to learn digital marketing, that want to learn the business of online business, that want to level up their online business game, have a willingness and a desire to invest in themselves. That's it. That's all that I need. I don't need this fancy morning routine. Y'all, guess what I discovered? That you can make money without making your bed. You can. You can. I'm such a jerk, I know. That's literally all you need to know. And then show up and do it. Show up and do it. Show up and just start doing the stuff that I've been telling you on these lives. Yes, Terrence, he is a very smart man. My husband is amazing. He's absolutely amazing. Like, God entirely knew what he did when he placed me in the desert at Edwards Air Force Base when I was trying to get stationed in the East Coast. He knew exactly what he was doing. Like, I literally believe like my husband was designed for me. For me. I can't see anyone else putting up with me. But y'all, best products to sell in your online business. That's how you should be looking at it. And I hope that if you're selling things right now, or you're contemplating trying to get started to sell some things, right, this has really helped you focus on what matters. Helping you to focus on what matters. Because I've seen all kinds of brands out there, and it doesn't matter what I think about the brand. Because have you guys ever thought, seriously, be honest about this, where you're like, they're doing that? Like, you looked at their brand or their delivery and you're like you judge them for whatever reason. Has it ever dawned on you that their clarity, their direction, their understanding of what they do and what they sell and who they sell it for, the stuff that I broke down now tonight to you guys, that their understanding and the fact that they get it's impeccable. It's impeccable. That's why they can do what they do. And what they also understand, right, is they've come to a place where they've asked themselves that question. $250,000 is going to run through my Stripe in the next 12 months with certainty. So what would I do knowing that it's certain? Y'all, it's entirely different to have that thought versus what do I do to make that happen? What do I do to try to make that happen? The energies behind it are totally different. Doing something from a place and a knowing of certainty, like $1 million coming through my Stripe and my PayPal. I gotta claim them both, right? $1 million through my Stripe and my PayPal in the next 12 months or less is a different energy than, let me figure out what I'm gonna do. There's anxiety, there is uncertainty, there is stress around, let me figure out what I'm gonna do. There's second guessing, there's feelings of inadequacy, there's feelings of, I don't know if I can do it. There's feelings of, is YouTube really the right platform? Should I choose something different? Do I need new training? Let me know if I'm speaking to you. With certainty, $1 million is running through my business in 2024 or the next 12 months or less. I just show up. There is no right or wrong. There is no magic formula. All the people, right, that have that play a role in ownership of the $1 million. The $1 million is already out there. There's nothing for me to have angst over. There's nothing for me to have anxiety over. There's nothing for me to figure out because it's already out there. I'm literally just showing up for it. It's like when you got to pick somebody up from the airport. Are you responsible for getting them from their destination onto the plane, handling their luggage, piloting the plane, and getting it to the destination, as well as showing up to meet them there? No. Hey, I'm going to be at, Tampa International, 9:45 on Monday. Bet I'll be there. I'll meet you. My job's easy. My job is hecka easy. All I got to do is make sure I leave my house at 9 o'clock so I can be there on time to meet them. Guess what? Them, their luggage, the check-in, the flight, the pilot, the crying babies on the plane, all that stuff, that's the hard work. I don't have to worry about that. I'm just showing up. We're going to drop a bomb, y'all. I'm just showing up to pick up what I said I was going to pick up. I'm just showing up to pick up my responsibility. Do you guys realize some of y'all won't be able to sleep tonight? Y'all, that's money right now. I'm going to share some stuff that I only usually share in mentorship and coaching that I just shared this week, but I have to because that's the flow I'm in right now. And you guys are here for it, right? I just need one person to tell me you're here for it. Just one person, right? And I'm going to let it flow. Terrence, you own some Jordans? Thank goodness for Afterpay. Amen. I'm here for it. That's all I needed. You guys, that analogy, that story of the plane is a true story. We've all experienced it before. It's not even the hard part to pick somebody up. You don't even have to consider all they went through. Okay? The $1 million. Hey, Marissa, see you, girl. The $1 million, right? That's going to flow through. I'm sorry. The $1 million flowing through my business in the next 12 months or less. You guys, you understand it's out there already doing what it's doing. People's credit lines are being extended. Their credit lines are being increased because some of those people are going to be investing in my business. Some of these people, they're getting raises on their jobs. They're going to be getting Christmas money. They're going to be getting tax. Y'all aren't hearing me. I promise you, because you're not even excited, right? You're not even excited. My content, I don't create the money. I don't even create the possibility of money because the money's already doing what the money's going to do. The money's already appointed. It's already out there. I don't have to worry about the money. It's there. It's already out there. Far more than $1 million is out there. I just want $1 million of it. That's it. I just want $1 million of it. And it's already out there. Therefore, I get to relinquish control or relinquish stressing over how am I going to make $1 million. Oh, boo-boo, guess what? Just like going to the airport to pick up your boo or to pick up your friend or to pick up a loved one, that's your responsibility, is just simply to get there. Them making it to Tampa International is completely outside of your control. Guess what? The plane going to do what the plane's going to do. The plane's doing what it's going to do no matter how you worry, all these things. The plane's doing what it's doing. Y'all, what's your goal for 2024? What's your goal for the next 12 months? I need you to know right now, and this is not woo-hoo. It's in fact a fact. So if your goal is $100,000 in the next 12 months or less, y'all, it's already out there. The $100,000 is already out there. It's being transacted down at your local store. It's being transacted, for travel. It's being deposited into people's paychecks. It's already out there. Now, not only is the money already out there doing what the money's already doing, but you guys understand that every single person that's going to invest in your business in the next 12 months or less to contribute to your financial goal, right? My million, they're already born. You realize that, right? They're not babies. They're not in someone's stomach. They're born. They're grown people. They're working jobs, right? They're going through divorces. They're trying to figure out life, right? They're spanking their kids right now. You realize that, right? They're trying to figure out who they're going to vote for. They're real people. They're watching Netflix. They're on YouTube right now. They're watching videos and responding to ads all over the socials. That's the hard part's been done. The people have been created. The money's already out there. They already have the desire of wanting to know digital marketing. Whatever it is that you offer, the desire is already planted in them that they want the thing. They need the thing. The only thing you've got to do is to decide what time you're going to leave to get there. And getting there is just simply creating the content, going live so you can get paid, doing the video so you can get paid, right? Getting them to your email list so you can get paid, creating the reel so you can get paid. Y'all, do you understand that's the easy work? You've made it hard because you think you're responsible for every bit of the transaction, every bit of it. You think you're responsible for every single thing that has to take place in order for you to make a sale. If you want to earn $10,000 in November or $10,000 in the next 30 days, it's 20 people that are already out there. It's $10,000 that's already out there. What are you going to do? Are you going to simply just make a point to arrive, to pick it up, just like meeting someone at the airport? Or are you going to create more drama around this thing that needs to be created? Are you going to sit here and worry and wonder about stuff that's outside of your control? Like the flight, outside of your control. You have one job. My husband always says that, one job, right? In this instance, your job is to get to the airport. One job, right? Veronica, Marissa, Shantae, Terrence, all y'all, one job. One job. How are you showing up daily? One job. How are you showing up daily? I promise you it's enough to get you paid. I promise you it is enough to get you paid. One job. You don't have to create the money. You don't have to create the people. You don't have to plant the desire. Yeah, you reinforce it in your content. You speak to it in your content so they know that you're here for them. Yeah. Very, very little creation on your part. You just got to do the one thing. Right? So I really, really hope like what I've been sharing, what I continue to share in my lives, like they just keep planting seeds in you, that you keep seeing more and more of the story, right? That you're understanding more and more of what this takes. Because you guys do understand that as I show up free and do these live streams, like this is the one thing I'm talking about. When I tell you guys you have one job, this is my one job. This is my one negotiable, my one non-negotiable. This is me showing up at the airport. This is me picking up my goods. If y'all can get, right, this last bit that I've been sharing, whatever goal you want for the next 12 months can be had. $1 million will flow through my business in the next 12 months or less. You will be here to celebrate it with me. Just as I'm sharing it here, I am going to share it when it happens. And I'm putting it out there in such a way because I want it documented. And I want it documented over and over and over again. That I set my intention, I set it in public, and that I even shared how no matter what your intention is, no matter what your goal, no matter what your target is, that the same thing I'm doing to get it is the same thing you can do to get it. If you would love help on this journey, like if you're someone, you're like, I want to learn digital marketing. I want to learn the business of online business. I want to gain clarity over my business idea. I want the instructions. I want the guidance. I want to learn how to turn my idea into a business. Or Steph, I want to do exactly what you're doing and what your crew is doing. And I want to market this course to other people because I want to learn from it and I want to be able to earn from it. And then maybe somewhere down the road, you decide to launch your own thing. That's perfectly fine too. At just 16 years in business, I decided that I wanted to take the extreme, easier path. I'm tired of creation right now. I'll create, well, I do still create, and y'all will see some stuff coming, right? In terms of what I'm doing inside of my community. But I'm at peace with what I'm doing. I love what it is I'm doing. I need to get this course in as many people's hands as possible because the keys are here. So maybe you've been looking at the turnkey system or the roadmap, right? Maybe you've been looking at starting a digital marketing business. Maybe you've been looking at learning digital marketing or starting an online business or wanting to learn the business of online business. Maybe you've been struggling and you're ready to get it right. Like maybe, again, you're like, Steph, I am so ready to invest in myself. Y'all, the beautiful thing, like I could go on and on and on, right? Is that when you decide to invest in this way, no one can ever take away what you get when you invest here. Why? Because you are investing into a true business asset. It can never be taken away from you. Not just from the place that you get to acquire the knowledge and develop the skills, but no, the files, the actual business files are yours. You can actually download them if you want to. You can download the entire course if you want to. You are investing into a true business asset. No one can close up shop on you. Yo, you know what's so beautiful about that is as you set out to start like dropping knowledge on YouTube, you are creating a library of digital marketing good, of digital marketing training, of digital marketing insight, of online business insight. And guess what? Because it's evergreen, this content is not only going to help your business for today, but it's going to be searchable. It's going to be discoverable months and years down the road. Like we are truly setting ourselves up for long-term success because this is not a gimmick. It's not a scheme. It's not something that's here today and designed to be gone tomorrow. This is our long-term play. So whether you're, 49 like I am or 50 or 60 or 70, right? Whether you're fresh out of college, if this is something you want to learn, like this is the place you want to be because it's one of the only opportunities like this that I know of where you have ownership at this level. Ownership at this level where no one can close up shop on you. So if you do want to learn more about this, all right, my link is right down below in the description, goprowithsteph.com. We just launched 2.0, which is some amazing, amazing content in there. Just know everything that you need to learn about the business of online business and getting set up for online business success, whether you want to launch your own idea or whether you want to run, right, with the business model that we're using where we are basically selling the course, right? But if you have an idea you want to launch, guess what? You can gain clarity. You can gain direction. We have an entire module which walks you through how to turn your idea into a product ready for market. We have an entire module that helps you get clear on the vision for your business. So no matter what your reason is for being here, even if you are selling the course, get clear on your vision, right? Because your vision will allow you to show up very, very boldly. And again, that's so doggone attractive. And that will be responsible for helping you to make a lot more money in your business as well, right? I promise you, and I shared this in an email that I sent out yesterday and today. I promise you, you stick with me, right? And every single move I make that is helping me make money, every idea that I have that is helping me add more coins to my bottom line, you will know about it. You will know about it, and I will be here to help you. You do not have to go at this all alone. Get access to the information, get bonus access to the mentorship, right? Join our amazing community, right? And let's make your next 12 months your best 12 months. Okay? We are down for helping as many people earn $100,000 or more in the next 12 months or less. If you want to develop your digital marketing foundation, your online business foundation, you really want to learn this stuff, this is the place, right? So I really, really hope that you are leaving better than when you came. I shared so much more, right, than I anticipated on sharing. But I really hope, again, like now you're able to think, like you're cooking with gas, like my grandfather used to say, when it comes to like really understanding when it comes to best products, right? Best products start with you, right? And if you can give this vibe and this energy that we broke down tonight, right, to the products that you're bringing to the marketplace, right, that's when you can truly say that you are selling or promoting or standing behind the best product for your online business. And guess what? There are tons of people out there that are waiting for that best product, and they're waiting for you. They're waiting to hear it from you. They're waiting for your invitation. They're waiting for your content. All right. So I really, really hope tonight could be a blessing and provide great insight. And if you are ready to go, right, I am ready to receive you into this community, right, and to be able to be a mentor in your corner to help you on this journey. All right. If you do have any questions, again, just go to goprowithsteph.com. Go ahead and get the information in your hands. And then feel free to hit reply on any email that you may receive from me. If you do have any questions, I'll be more than happy to answer them and hopefully help you in getting plugged in. All right. So have a fantastic night, you guys. Stay incredibly inspired, take action, and take charge. And I will see you guys back tomorrow. And like I say every single night, welcome aboard to all of those, for all of y'all that are ready to get started. I look so forward to mentoring you to great success. Good night, guys.